Hi, this is Bernadette. I'm also known as Kazaya Kizzy, and welcome back to my channel, the No Channel. And I'm coming to you with another video today. And I must give you a warning. This is going to once again be one of my hard conversations. So I just want to put that out there as a warning. And if you listen to some of my other videos where I mention hard conversations, you know what topic I'm going to be talking about. The topic. Well, today I'm going to be talking about this so-called gender war that's taking place within the black community. Now, I know there's a tension between the genders as a whole, in the world all over, not just with the black community and with black Americans, but today I want to focus on the black community, my community. And what led me to make this video and to bring this little message was a Facebook post that I had that came up on my feed last night. I believe it was a black man. I believe it was a black man, a brother who posted it. His post was about how this fighting between the black man and the black woman needs to stop, and we need to come together, and all of that. And that's how we're gonna grow and everything if we come together. I don't remember it verbatim, but that was the gist of his message, his post. And then one of it was a comment. Someone responded. It was I believe it was a black woman, said that, well, the unaliving of black women by black men need to stop, and then the attack, and then also when a black man, when a husband treats his wife right and caters to his wife, he needs it. Other black men need to stop calling him a simp. And she said, when that stopped, that's when, we can come together. And of course, she got backlash for that. And even the guy that posted it, he came back at her too, and others came at her too. And I must be honest, I agree with her post. I agree with her response to his message. While his message was true, while it was a true message, it came off as tone deaf to the current issue that we're facing as a people. He was not getting it. And let me explain what I meant. Now, if you watch, some of my other videos, and if you just, see the news for yourself and did some research for yourself, you will see that the femicide rate of black women is exponentially high compared to other races of women. And the sad thing is, and the vast majority of the women, the black women that are unalived by black men. And I know some of you say, well, it's proximity. Intraracial crime and intraracial unaliving, that's, it's always higher. That's with everybody. The difference is with the black women is because our unaliving rate is so high, especially compared to other races of women. So that's the concern. So I just want to lay that out too. So yes, while his message was true, it was ill-timed. It was a true message given at the wrong time. It was not an appropriate message for what we're dealing with, the problem we're facing as a people. And this is what I want to talk about. So a black man, if you would indulge me just for a minute. So hopefully with this message, this brief message, you can come to understand why when y'all talk about we got to come together, we, the black man, the black woman, we got to stop this fighting, and you may get backlash, you may get backlash by black women when you bring that message. And let me explain to you why. Because like how the woman said, the sister said, well, when the unaliving of black women by black men stop, then, we can come together. That sounds a lot like the Black Lives Matter. And you know how some white people responded to Black Lives Matter? All lives matter. And that comes across as tone deaf, and it is. It's a tone deaf message to the existing problem, to the current problem. Because of course we know that all lives matter. That's very true. But it's not addressing the problem properly. And that's what a lot of people, especially black women, are trying to get you all to see, myself included. Yes, it's true. Yes, we need to come together. Yes, we need to stop fighting each other, but it's not addressing, or the thing is, when he says that the black woman, the black man need to stop fighting each other, that gives the impression that black women are unaliving black men at the same rate or a similar rate as black men are unaliving black women. And which you know that's not true. It's like, it also too, as if you have black women in masses attacking a black woman when they see her loving her husband, respecting her husband, treating her husband well. You don't see that in large numbers. And I'm not talking about some few super radical feminists out here. I'm not even talking about them. But in masses, but when you see a man on social media and he's catering to his wife, and he's doing things, for his wife, good things for his wife, you have these men come out of the woodwork and attack that man and call him a simp for treating his wife the way he's supposed to treat her. And if you're honest with yourself, you can't deny that. For instance, and I hate to use celebrities as an example, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it this time. Look how they come at Russell Wilson for treating his wife Sierra so well. And also too, how they at one time came at Klay Thompson and how he appeared to be treating, Megan Thee Stallion. Like I said, these are celebrities. Like I said, I don't know what happens, what goes on with them behind closed doors, but it's how they appeared. And they dragged Klay Thompson for filth. But when it came out that he cheated on Megan Thee Stallion, when she outed it, they started clapping him on the back, calling him a homie and all this. He was one of them then. So what is that saying? You slammed him when he was supposedly treating Megan Thee Stallion, which was his woman, his woman, right. But then when you found out that he cheated, you was down with him then. What is that saying about you? The ones who did that, the ones who are guilty of that. Now, if you're not guilty of that, I'm not talking to you. If it doesn't apply, let it fly. But I just want to go back to the brother's message when he talks about we need to stop this fighting each other, the black man and black woman. It comes off as tone deaf. Why? Because it's not properly addressing the current issue that we're dealing with. And that is the black femicide rate, the high black femicide rate. And you see these stories that are coming out. It's not properly dealing with the issue. And something else too, black men. I'm just going to use this as a comparison. Now, you remember what happened with George Floyd and how his, unaliving was recorded for the world to see. The horrific way he left here. The horrific way he died. There were several others. How Michael Brown, was unalived. Another one, maybe Eric Garner, how he was unalived. His unaliving was captured on camera. But yet you had some white people say that we need to stop fighting each other, black and white. We need to come together. We need to stop this fighting each other. Remember how you felt when they said that? Remember how you thought, they're not getting it? You see how tone deaf that sound? When also like the response to Black Lives Matter was all lives matter. When you bring up how the high rate that the cops unalive black men, and not just black men, but black women too, but black men. And then a lot of times you have white people respond, well, what about the black on black crime? You recall how frustrating and angry that made you when they responded to a real issue that was going on. You recall that? Well, that's the exact way black women feel when you come back at us when we are addressing a serious problem, a serious issue that's going on in the community, in our community. It's the same thing. So it's a lot of, parallels when you see what's going on, with white versus black, you see with black men versus black women. There are a lot of parallels. And there's actually an article that came out years ago. A black man wrote it. Now I believe this black man was of the alphabet community, but he wrote that the straight black man is the white people of the black community. Now I don't completely agree with that, because I think it's black men, period, not just straight black men. But see, this was a black man of the alphabet community, but that was his way of distancing himself, because that's not a very comfortable position to be in when those like you are responsible for atrocities that takes place in the community. And like how you see how white people, they bring this tone deaf message to say, well, all lives matter. Oh, well, we need to stop, the black and white need to come together, we need to stop fighting. That's their way of avoiding the appropriate and the proper accountability. With black men, you're doing the same thing. When you say, well, the black man, the black woman need to stop fighting each other, we have to come together, you're taking that same tone deaf approach. You're not taking proper accountability. Now, am I saying that we black women are walking around here, we're all perfect, we're not doing anything wrong? Absolutely not. There is a lot wrong with black women. There's a lot we need to get straight. And that's in every way, be it the natural, spiritual, emotional, mental, everything. So I'm not going around here saying that we black women are perfect. We don't have anything that we need to get straight and fix about ourselves. Absolutely not. There's a lot wrong with us, but in every situation, not everyone deserves equal share of the blame. And in this situation, the black woman does not deserve an equal share of the blame, because why? As I said before, she's not out here unaliving black men at the rate as black men is unaliving her, black women. She's not. So in this instance, the black woman does not deserve equal share of the blame. And I know this is a hard message. See, it's hard when you're on the other side of it. See, all day you can rail against how white people are doing you and doing the black community. But when you're in that same position, it's a very uncomfortable feeling. But if we're going to rise as a people, we're going to have to deal with the issue. We're going to have to address it. And black man, you're going to have to see it for what it is and accept it for what it is. And you have to do something about it. You have to deal with it. You have to fix it. We black women, yes, there's a lot about us we need to fix too. But you have to fix yourself as well, black man. Because you're so used to seeing yourself as the victim. Your victimization is centered in the black community, more so than black women, more so than black children. Your victimization is centered. So you're always seeing yourself as a victim. You don't see yourself as a perpetrator in some cases. But it's time to see things for what it truly is, because it is key to overcome the powers that be. If we want to rise as a people, that's key. You're going to have to see it for what it is, address it for what it is, and fix it. So that's my message, and I hope who hears this message is edified. So until next time, be blessed.